Good morning, my friends. Welcome back. It's Belinda here, and this is Visualized NZ. I've got in front of me today a freebie from RachandBella Crafts. It is to partner with the kit A Highland Winter. I was about to say Christmas. It's not Christmas. It's a Highland Winter. It's absolutely stunning kit. If you saw me struggle my way through doing this wire-bound journal, it's just super pretty. So we're here in New Zealand in summer, not at all anywhere close to winter, thank goodness. But I feel this kit really does lend itself to just being pretty at any time of year. Yes, there are some snowy scenes, but I think it's just gorgeous. So I've made this wire-bound journal. It is a gift for my mum, so hopefully mum's not watching this. So mum, if you are, turn it off, go away. Go on, off you go. She's probably not. So this is a freebie to go with this kit, and it's available on her Ko-fi page, Ko-fi, however you pronounce it. There is a video that Rachel has done to go with this to show how to use it. I have not had an opportunity to watch it yet, so I'm just going to kind of do my own thing with it. Because I've got an idea for these in particular. So there's these lovely long pieces that meet in the middle with this fun little design. Then there's these other pieces. I don't know whether they're pockets. I suspect they're not. But you could use them as pockets. Like, even if they're designed for one thing, there's nothing to stop you turning them into something else. They are all just so pretty, but it's this page that I particularly want to deal with today. So first off, of course, is I need to actually cut them out. So grabbing out my guillotine here, I'm thinking I'm going to do these two here, but I have got an idea for these as well. We probably won't get to that today. Just trying to judge where I'm cutting. Okay, I cut a bit close, but that's okay. So it can be a little hard to tell where you're lining it up. So it's just a little bit of a guesswork sometimes. That's better. Got that one better. It's a lot easier when you've got an edge that's you can line up against, like so. I can almost see, almost, not quite. Could have taken that a little bit closer, but it's all good. You can always trim it down more. So I hope you're all doing well today, midweek. Always nice when you get to the middle of the week, although I can't believe how fast the weeks are flying by. We're just literally barreling our way towards Christmas, aren't we? It is just ridiculously close. Are you prepared? Have you done all your shopping? Sorted the menu for the day? I was talking with Mum the other day on the phone, and we kind of nutted out the menu for our Christmas day, because we're going to be spending the day at Mum's. So we've basically worked out what we're having. It's going to be quite low key because a lot of the family can't make it. They're going to, you know, because when people get married, you're pulled in two directions. So my brothers are both kind of, well, one's going to his in-laws for Christmas lunch, and my other brother doesn't know what's happening yet, so he may turn up, but I suspect he won't. Yeah, so it is probably just going to be my mum and stepdad and my stepdad's sister and my husband and I, and then my brother and his wife, who are going to her family's place for lunch. They're going to call in the afternoon, so we will see them, which will be nice, and my nieces. But yeah, my other brother probably won't see hide or hear of him or his family, I suspect, but we shall see. So yeah, it's going to be a relatively small, quiet Christmas. So we're not doing a huge, big, fancy meal, just for the 5 of us. I'll be making a sugar-free cheesecake, lemon flavour this year, and that's probably that with some cream, maybe some ice cream. That's going to be dessert, and then, you know, a selection of vegetables and some cold ham and some hot lamb, and that'll be it. So nice and simple. Right, so I've cut those out now, so you can see how they kind of fit together really lovely like that. I think that's so cute. Really, really like that. So I'm going to grab out my scoreboard because I think it's just going to be a little bit easier if I score down these lines. Just lining that line up on one of the grooves. And I don't think I lined it up particularly straight, but it's not too bad. I'll just manipulate it with my fingers as I'm folding. Right, and about there. So what have you got planned for Christmas Day? I hope you've got some cool plans, whether it's a big family Christmas or whether it's a quiet one with just you and a friend or a partner or somebody. You know, it is what you make it. And I know it's not a happy time for everybody. In fact, my very dear friend Lydia, who I talk about quite a lot, it's not going to be a happy Christmas for her, and I'm not sharing anything that's not already publicly been made known by Lydia, but she lost her baby at 21 weeks just last Friday. So it's going to be a really difficult Christmas for her this year, and it's the 3rd baby she's lost, so it's very, very sad. And yeah, those sorts of things right before Christmas. I mean, it's never easy, is it? Never going to be easy. But particularly hard when it's right before Christmas. And all those wonderful plans and hopes and dreams and, you know, everything like that, suddenly you don't have anymore. So I am feeling very much for her. Right, I'm going to stencil the back of these because I didn't double print them. So I'm just going to use some tumbled glass distress ink here and just do a bit of light stencil. Whoops. Preferably not moving it like I just did. Getting a bit carried away I was. So if you would like to support Lydia, and I know a lot of you will want to do so, I would ask, just head along to her channel. I'll link it in the description box, and watch a video. Just watch any video will do. Maybe I'll link her latest one, but that's just because, you know, why not? But any video you like, and watch at least 20 minutes of it. So even if you don't watch a whole video, watch at least 20 minutes. And that way, because she's taking a break from social media and, you know, to grieve and to do some healing and just come to terms with the loss, as you can understand, she's not going to have any income because she won't be working, she won't be doing videos. And so it would be really, really nice. I think it would be very, very wonderful if we could go and support her channel and just leave her a nice message, not necessarily about the baby, but just, you know, just a comment on a video and a thumbs up. And then when she's able to, or when she feels up to it, she can read and still have a little bit of money ticking over from people having watched, and still getting her channel out there, still having it put out by YouTube, you know, put in front of people, because I would hate for her channel to go backwards because she's taking this time aside. So I think we could support her in a very real way by, you know, showing a bit of YouTube solidarity, a bit of crafting. What on earth am I saying? Creative community solidarity, being there for one of our fellow creatives who's going through a really, really heartbreaking time. I just wish I could, you know, run off and give her a big hug, but she's about 2.5 hours away from me, and I think it's more important for her to be with her family at this point in time, and to have the time and space to process this, rather than have me turn up. But I actually can't go at the moment. It's a very, very long way to go, but I would love to. I really would love to, but there'll be time. There will come a time to do that, and it'll be right for both of us. So if you could do that, I would really, really appreciate it, and I know she would too. Just don't expect a response from her, because yeah, it's going to take some time. My poor beautiful friend, I would have given anything for her not to have to walk through this for the 3rd time. Just life can be so super cruel. Right, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to, so these are little hinges for hinging them onto a page. That's what I'm guessing anyway. Is popping them on a page. Now, do I want them on that page? I'm not sure that I do. I don't know. Let's see if we can find somewhere that we really like them. I mean, there was nothing wrong with that page. I just want to check options. Kind of like the contrast of that. So that's probably my favourite so far. I don't think I want to put it over an element like that. No, not that one. Quite nice there. I do need to ink these as well, actually. Do like that. Oh, that's my favourite. Okay, they're going here. So let's ink them up. So yeah, sorry to bring a bit of a downer, I guess, but yeah, she's very much on my heart, and I've refrained from mentioning it until now because, you know, I didn't want to, I wanted her to put it out publicly first. I didn't feel that I could go ahead and say anything until I was confident that she had made it public knowledge. So yeah, but that's, in all honesty, has been one of the causes of my sleepless nights, because I wake up in the night and then I just spend the rest of the night thinking about her, praying for her, crying for her, and just pouring my heart out into the night. And I'm getting all emotional as I'm saying it. I need to do the other side of these, actually. Better think about what I'm doing too. So again, I'm using the Lost Lagoon to ink around the edges, as I did with the pages of the journal, because I think it's a really nice colour that goes with these digitals. So yeah, I would really appreciate it if you would like to pop along and just show her a little bit of love in this time when she's gonna, you know, she's gonna need a lot of support to get through this. I've never been pregnant, not for lack of wanting to, but it just wasn't to be for us. And that's a heartache as well, you know, when you desperately want a child and never get pregnant. But I think I would much rather have my situation where I never got pregnant than Lydia's situation where she has been pregnant, had babies, and then lost them. That's just a whole nother level of pain right there, that I can only imagine because I've never known it. So I can't totally identify, but yeah, as I said, I can only imagine what that feels like. And from my point of view, it doesn't feel good, and I'm sure from Lydia's it feels worse than that. Just heartbreaking. And the baby's name is Skylar June, so it was a wee baby girl. Skylar, Skyler. It's a beautiful name. Right, so I've inked around all those, and I'm not sure which way round these go. I think maybe that way. I think I like it better that way. Just looking at the shadows and things on the design. Now, do I want to put them right close together, or do I want a gap? Gap, no gap. Or little gap, big gap, not a big gap. Although that actually doesn't look bad, seeing this design there, but I don't think so. I don't think we'll do that. I think maybe right up, or maybe just a wee slight gap. So I'm going to, hopefully, that's not really heavy enough, keep that in place so it doesn't move. Tacky glue. And just doing a little interactive openable doorway, I guess you could say. That I can pop something in behind. What I'm going to pop in behind yet, I'm not sure. So it's kind of like half a project, but I'm going to be out all day Tuesday, so I'm recording this on Monday. And it's kind of a semi-baked idea, I guess. Haven't quite thought it all the way through yet. Okay, there we go, that's there. Oh, excuse me, I just had to take care of my nose with talking about Lydia. It was getting a little bit emotional. Yes, my nose was getting emotional. Yep. So I can't even talk properly. I'm just so tired that my words are coming out quite jumbled at times, which is funny and frustrating. But it is what it is. So just like, it's just me, of which you're probably well used to by now, that I come out with some really weird words at times, just because sometimes my mouth just doesn't cooperate. Okay. Look, isn't that cute? Isn't that just adorable? I love that. This is a brilliant idea, Rachel. I have no idea whether I'm using them remotely like you intended, but I love that. I think that's super fun. Now, I'm not sure how I want to keep them closed, or whether I even need to. I'm thinking I do, looking at the way they're popping up. I don't want anything too complicated because Mum's got arthritis in her fingers. So I want it to be something that's simple to operate. Might be even just like a whale tail tab or something. Let's just cut one out of my glue page here because it's handy. Just to see if I glued it down on one side. would it be enough? I think if I did it from heavy enough, like cardstock or something, it might just sit there. Okay, what do I want to cut it out of? Thinking this blue cardstock. It's a textured cardstock. Oops, it's got a bit damaged there. Let's just cut one out and see. That's the, no, that's the flat side. This is the textured side. One side's quite textured and the other is a lot smoother. Is that going to open okay? Will it tuck back in okay? Or does it need to be up here where the tab is? This sticky out bit, the tab bit. Is it going to be... I think that's okay. I did like it down here better though, so maybe it needs to open that way. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to fuss with it too much. I do want to ink it though. I'm so used to sponge crumbs going on top of my project that it automatically moved it away. And it's like, I don't need to worry about that now. And I've got a little fruit fly or something buzzing around. That's very distracting. Oh, I like the ink on this edge of this cardstock. Gonna just take it in a bit more too. It'll help play up that texture a bit, I think. Give it more of a two-tone look. Oh yes, that makes me happy. That does make me happy. Love that. Cool. Right, so I'm just going to glue up to that where the fold is basically, or just back a bit from it maybe, so I don't risk getting glue where I don't want it, gluing it down. Just going to pull that back a bit. There we go, that should do it. Now if this isn't sufficient to hold it down, then I'll just put something over here for this to tuck under. So, and we may need to do that by the look of it, but we'll see. Just working it out as we go along. Just wondering actually whether we put a wee magnet under there. So I've got these tiny wee magnets. So if we put one, oops. We could do that, couldn't we? And maybe another layer over here. Oops. So I'm thinking another layer of the whale tail tab. Let's cut another one. I don't know whether it will, this is too heavy for it to stick through both. Right, so if we've got that there and that there, is that gonna, no, it is gonna work. It is gonna work. Okay, so let's ink up this one then. Again, I'm moving off to the side like I'm going to spread crumbs everywhere. becomes habit, doesn't it? Certain things, and then when things change, you kind of keep doing that because you're used to doing that. And it's like, eventually I guess I will get out of that habit. So I'm not sure what I'll secure it on the side with, but we'll get to that. We'll get there, one thing at a time. So need some glue. I'm just wondering whether I use my alcohol glue for this, just to make sure it really sticks. Tacky glue's probably fine, but just want to make sure it really sticks down, doesn't go anywhere. So let's pop that. Oops, chasing the magnet. Come here, come on. I'll put it, I don't know, about there. Put some glue on top of it and some glue on this side. Plenty of glue. I don't want it to part company anytime soon. Right, now try and line them up like that. Sorry if my head's in the way, I'm just trying to get over to see. Oops, not quite lined, but it's not bad, it's not bad. Right, so if we sit this on here, so how am I going to do this? Don't think I want the cardstock. I almost need a scrap of the digital, but I don't have any scraps. Ooh, what about if I got a fussy cut? That might do. These are other freebies from Kofi. One day I'll work out how it's pronounced. What would that look like? If that was on top, it's going to stick out a little bit. Is that a bit random? It possibly might be a bit random. Okay. What I'm thinking then is, do I want to cut one out of something like this? It seems to shame, but it is a printable. I can reprint. Shall I just do it? Let's do it. Taking the plunge. Oops. And that can go on there. So how am I going to do this so it lands in the right place? Oops. So that's there. I think what I need to do, let me think about this for a moment. That's going to go down there. So I need this underneath it. That's what I need. Which end do I want? Yep, that end. Yep, so I need that there. actually, before I do that, I need to put some glue on this side. Right, let's try this again. Line that up. I haven't worked with magnets very often, so it's kind of just trying to work through as I go. And then that should be sufficient. Okay. Oh, I didn't ink it. Oh well, it's too late now. But it's really more just to hide the magnet, so that's okay. And do I want to fold that over? No, let's just cut it off. Could have folded it over. Right, just really want to make sure it stays in there. Awesome. So we got it in place, and I abandoned my random idea of using that to hold the magnet down because it would have been half obscured. But we could pop it up there. That would be pretty. I'd have to trim a little bit off though. I'm not sure. I am not sure what I want to do yet. Really, I just wanted to get this in place, and so I just really should leave that till it's dry, but never mind. So inside here, I'm thinking of putting like a poem or a quote or something like that. So it's a reveal. I'm not sure if I'll add something in here as well, but I think just some text down here, maybe typewritten or printed in a typewriter font. I would like to still see the design underneath, so I'll have to think through that. Maybe on vellum or something and stuck over top would be pretty. I haven't tried typing on vellum, and I need a typewriter ribbon, so I need a typewriter ribbon before I can even contemplate that. Anyway, that's not important at this stage for you guys, is it? So there's my idea with this particular freebie. I think that's super pretty. How are we going on time? We're doing pretty well. I'm just wondering whether we want to tackle this other one, this one, which I've got a different idea for. Why not? I'm not sure that we'll actually get it done, but we can start. I've got a bit of cat fur stuck in there. So where would I like this one? Maybe towards the front. That's the front page. That's quite pretty there. I like the flowers tie-in. Okay, so I think I'm going to go there. Right, let's trim this down a bit more. Into the scissors. I do like my wee guillotine. It's just so good. And yes, it's a little tricky to line up and cut in the right place if you can't see the edge of where you need to line up to, but I find you kind of get used to it and pretty much can judge it fairly okay, and you can always just do a slight cut towards, and then if you can see it's going off, you just readjust before you commit to making the cut. you know, if you cut into the white space, so to speak, and see it's slightly off from where you want it to be, then just lift your blade back up and shift it further away or closer as you need to, your bit of paper, and go again. So just a little bit of time and looking, but I'm very happy with it. I don't mind, whoops, not cutting straight. I don't mind that aspect. Sure, it would be great if I could see where I'm cutting, but I still love it. Still love my little guillotine. Just trying to get rid of these little triangles. Very hard to get off this textured mat. It kind of like sticks to it. Okay, scoreboard again for these. So I am doing something different with these. I'm not doing the same thing. Just doing this to make it a little bit easier to fold it straight. My hubby's probably getting up from his nap soon. He's having a nap because he's homesick. So I wasn't sure if I was going to get a video done for Wednesday, because this is Monday as I'm recording this. I don't know if I said that or not. But then it was like, oh no, I really don't want to skip a day. So let's just do it. Like, so yeah, I didn't have everything prepared because it was like, if I don't do it now, it's not going to happen. So I just thought, let's just jump in and do it. So here we are. Right, so my idea with these, I don't know if it'll work, but this is what I was thinking, is something like that, and then like that, and I think I want to print it off again and have a third one and make them like a series of sideways waterfalls, if you like. So little doors, that one opens, this one opens, and then a third one opens, and then maybe a little tie or something across to keep them down. What do you reckon? Do you think that's a good idea? I think I love how this looks, and I think a third one would just look really cool. Maybe this one again, and then just have little doors that open. Of course they'll be stuck down, and then something on the back, so a quote or a scripture, something. Don't know exactly yet. I'll need to do quite a bit of work to work out what I want to fill this journal with. But encouraging little bits and pieces is what I want in it. I think that's going to be cute, and I love how it ties in with this page over here. A shame to cover over this, but we won't be entirely losing it, because if that's glued down there, we're still going to get peeps of it, aren't we? Yeah, we're still going to get peeps of it, so we won't be entirely losing it. Yeah, so I will ink around these. I'll probably stencil on the back of them as well, and I need to print off this one again so that I can have a third little sideways door. I think that's cute. I think that will look really cute. Okay, so that's as far as I'm going to take that one, because there's some work I need to do. So there's not much sense pushing on when I'm missing my third panel. Okay, that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope it gave you some new ideas or just inspired you. These papers are so pretty. Go grab the freebies, grab the kit from Etsy or Ko-fi, I don't know, because it is really so wonderful. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you again on Thursday. Take care, everybody. Bye.